viewers, you're welcome to another episode of The Now Show, the show that is the network of overcomers and winners. On today's episode, we shall be dealing with the subject, an unpopular relocation. Why do we call it an unpopular relocation? You will find out in a minute. But joining me on today's episode is my sister, my friend, Eruka Indubizu. Eruka, you're welcome to The Now Show.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for doing this with us, for sharing your life and your story with us. I mean, this is an amazing story. I call her the courageous woman. You know, you are courageous, Eruka, and I've said it to you before, and you know it, Huh? I know you don't like to admit it.
Well, it depends. Is it courage or is it foolishness? Because those two can get confusing sometimes, but we'll see.
Oh dear.
We'll see.
Anyway, Eruka recently relocated back to Nigeria after, it's a story, sojourn abroad in the United States of America, the country we refer to as God's own country. And I know that at the end of this episode, somebody is going to have a reset, in their thinking, because here you are. You left the country after school at a young age.
Yes.
And spent how many years again?
28 years.
Hey, come again.
28, 28.
28 years in the United States of America, in the abroad. And you took this decision to come back to your fatherland.
There's no place like home.
Wow, no place like home. So, Eruka, tell me, how, after 28 years, did you decide that, you know what? I want to go back home.
So I've always known, I've always known that I didn't want to grow old in the U.S. Like from when I got to the U.S., I just knew that I wouldn't grow old there. You just knew that I wanted to come home. Of course, life happens, your kids are growing, you have to take care of them. So going home,
yes,
it wasn't really something I could do. Because, when you want to relocate, either when the kids are small or when the kids are grown, so you don't disrupt them too much. But I've always known. I mean, it's hard to explain. Nigeria is my happy place. I was born and raised here. So I left here in my early 20s. So I went to university in Nigeria, so I really can. People think I'm crazy. During the evacuation, they're like, went to evacuate. I was like...
that's why I say it's unpopular, because, you came at a time, you came last year, and as soon as you arrived, COVID happened.
Came here, and then two months later, yes. I came in December, and then March, there was a lockdown. And all the plans that I had for my life,
everything
went out the window. I'm a trainer, so you can't train when you're on lockdown. You can't train during social distancing. So everything really shut down. But at no point did I feel the need to go back. At just no point did I say I should, because I just always felt I'm meant to be here. I've had like good success career-wise in the US. So it wasn't like I was struggling. I was extremely comfortable in the United States. I had an incredible job and career there. But I've always known I'll come home. And then about 7-8 years ago, I started the consulting practice. That brought me back here often as a way to kind of re-educate myself. Because when you're gone for so long, you no longer think like a Nigerian. Things like being on time, which I took for granted. You have to relearn to be patient. If someone says, Madam, I'll be there. So no, just an hour, you haven't seen them. So I had to re-educate myself. I had to, so I took it, I didn't just wake up and come down. So for like 7-8 years, I was preparing my relocation, which is resetting my mind that I'm a person of two cultures now. How do I make sure I can marry those two so I can succeed, right? So coming back here, what do I need to learn to do? And people will say, but you are from here. Yes, you're from here. But I'm from a place that had so much order. And I'm coming back to a place, no offense, I love my country, but we have some disorder here. But it's okay, right? It's our norm, it's our culture, it's what we do. I need to adjust and adapt to be able to also thrive in Nigeria like I did thrive in the United States. So when people ask me why, I have no profound reason, and I've always known that I will not grow old in the US. I will not grow in the US. The US is a wonderful place, but it can get quite lonely, especially when you get older. Because the kids move away.
That's true.
And they may not move. They might not move, down the street.
Somewhere
they may
close
move
to
out of
you.
state. They may move out of country.
Even out of country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what do you do? So the kids are all gone. It's just you and your spouse. But Nigeria, there's always somebody. There's always someone to talk to. There's always some place to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, COVID has kind of.
Yeah.
But still, we still get out.
Yes.
But it's just that it's home. And Nigeria, with all its troubles and problems,
issues.
there's many advantages to being home.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things. We lost a very close family member, during the COVID. I can't imagine what I would have done if I wasn't nearby when that happened. I couldn't just imagine. So people have said maybe God sent me back because I came back and then she left a little baby and died,
Wow.
and left a 2.5-week baby when I was around with my brother and my family when that happened. So some people have said maybe I was sent because there's really no reason why I came back. I just woke up one day and said, I'm going. There's no best time to go.
Yes.
I'm going to pick a date and I'm going. And I got back here and things were just not so great things started happening, right? But I'm so grateful that I was here when my sister-in-law Kichi died and left us a 2.5-week-old baby. I just can't imagine. Remember, you were out, you couldn't even travel.
Yes.
So my brother would have been left with a little baby by himself. But I was in the house with them. She died in front of me and I was there. So when things got pretty rough, I just said to myself, there's a reason you're here. It's not about your comfort. There's a reason you're here. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused.
Wow.
Stay focused.
Wow.
So I think no matter what happens, I'll always be grateful that I was around when that thing happened. When we're hit, so bad, because I don't know how we would have survived it. Because there was no communication. Remember, everybody's out of town.
Yes.
People in Lagos couldn't even get around. There was a lockdown, but I was in the house with my brother and a baby. And his 8-year-old daughter. So at least I was there. So I was like the grand command because everyone was, how are they? My brother couldn't talk to anybody. How are they doing? So I could feel the phone calls. I could actually update my family member.
Wow.
There's a reason I was in that house when that happened.
Yes. I mean, that must have been a trying period.
Oh gosh, it was. But in all things, I mean, we give thanks.
That's right.
Even though it was awful, but there's so much to be thankful for at that period. So my relocation, I don't know why I'm here, but I know I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be in Nigeria. And it's home. My food is fresh. No offense to everybody abroad. My food is fresh. I mean, just life is just crazier but easier in some ways, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
I mean, living in Lagos is crazy. I mean, traffic will kill you. But there's traffic everywhere.
Yes.
People talk about security, but everywhere, you can buy security, right? You can live in a safe neighborhood and you're secure. So those things people complain about, Nigeria, we have this, we have that. It's everywhere you live. You just, if you want security, live in a secure environment, right? If that's important to you.
Yes.
Right. What do you want? You want fresh food? I mean, whatever you want. There's no power, get power. I mean, there are ways, we have power. It just costs money.
Yes.
If it's important to you, invest in it. When I left the country,
important to
you will invest in it. Yes. When I left the country, NEPA had issues. So it hasn't changed. So when people say, there's no light. There was no light when I left the country. There was no light. But our parents had generators.
Yes.
And there are ways around it. So everything is a problem in Nigeria. Most of them are within our power to solve. At least where your comfort is concerned. Because comfort...
I need you to come again on that. Because when somebody says something that sits so well with me and resonates, I always say, please come again on that so that it sinks in with somebody the way it's sinking in with me.
Whatever is important to you, you will, to your comfort, you will find a way to make it happen, no matter how bad it is.
Yes. Because
I think the biggest challenge for those of us coming from abroad is we worry about our comfort. But comfort costs money all over the world.
Comfort costs money.
And it doesn't matter where you are. If you're in the US, you want comfort, you're going to pay for it.
Yes.
It's too hot, you want air conditioner, your car better have a working air conditioner.
Yes.
It's not free, right? So something in Lagos, Nigeria, wherever you are in Nigeria, if you want comfort, whether it's security, whether it's power, whether it's clean water, it costs money. So you plan for it. You can forgo doing your hair and get power. You can forgo shopping.
Yes.
So it's a matter of what's important to you. What's important to you. So I think anybody, I can tell my friends, I haven't done anything superb. You call me courageous. I don't think it's courage. I think it's the decision of what you want to do and how do you want to do and where you want to do it. I want to grow old in Nigeria. I want to be buried in Nigeria. Let me just say that. I told my kids, if I die there before I move back, please bring my body home. Some people don't agree. They say you're dead. Nobody knows. I just want to be buried in Nigeria. I want my last days, however many they are, to be in this country.
Yes.
I want to contribute to my country. I have helped build America, and it's not bragging. I have helped the community, the society there. I want to do the same in my community. I want to make an impact, and I can make my little effort here will go way bigger.
Yes,
because there's so much need, so much to do, and I can do a whole lot.
So, what are your plans?
What are my plans? Good question.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't have any plans, but I plan to continue contributing to my society.
Yes.
I've always had the gift of having creative solutions to problems.
Okay.
I expect to keep solving problems creatively.
Yes.
Wherever I find myself. But I will not be evacuated by any embassy. We got a lot of emails about evacuation during the lockdown. But I am here, and I hope that, and I know that I will do well in my country.
Yes. One thing that I find, which is quite common here, is that a lot of people, all they're thinking about is, if I can get out of this country, life is going to be so much better for me. Which is why, I said to myself that someone like you, who's been there, can come and talk to them about, there's no big deal about this. Because I know for certain that I can't live abroad. And I say that to people. I travel a lot, I go, but once it's like 2-3 weeks, I want to come back. And people tell me you're crazy. Oh, it's because you can't go. That's why you're saying, but I know that I can't live abroad. I don't want to live abroad. Not that I can't, but I don't want to. Like you said, I want to grow old here. I want to have people around me and die here and be buried here. So, but some people think, oh, just give me visa for one day and you sure won't see my back again.
But and I have this all the time. But that's the thing. It's not that easy to be abroad. If you're lazy in Nigeria, you'll be lazy in America. If you're not working hard here, there's no free money anywhere. First of all, how are you going there with your business? There's no free money anywhere. Whatever we've made, everybody worked very hard for every penny. Oh, by the way, you have your little visitor's visa. You're gonna go work there. Who's gonna hire you? You're not legally authorized to work. So you have your one visa. You run there. The work would be so menial. It's like the prodigal son whose father had so much money and he was eating with the swine.
Yes.
Right? So, yes, you could do well in America, but given the right opportunity, you have to get there correctly.
Get there
correctly. With your visitor's visa, you cannot work. You can work, but what kind of job? People leave very well-paying jobs here to go and work in gas stations over there. Why?
Wow.
Or fast food, because or even cleaning houses.
Yes.
No offense for those kind of jobs, but you can leave something great here and assume that the grass is greener in the US. If you cannot make it here, you cannot make it there.
Wow.
If you don't get there legally, even tougher to make it. If you're going there with your own money, that's fine. You can build something and be fine with it.
Okay.
But if you're a young boy who is unemployed here, if you cannot learn a trade and begin to add value to Nigeria, you cannot add value to anybody.
Wow.
So my thing is, I'm not saying don't travel, but have something to offer. Nobody wants dead weight.
Have something to offer. And make sure that you get there the right way.
Legally, yes. That's the key. That's just, you can't get, what kind of job are you going to do as an illegal immigrant?
Yes.
Or guess what? You can't even leave the country because if you leave, you can't come back. So you're now stuck.
Wow.
If you come illegally, you overstay, right? That's usually happens. People overstay. Something happens at home, you can't come home.
Wow.
Parent died, things happen, you can leave. Then you've stayed too long and made no money, so now you're even embarrassed to come back because you've made all the mouth about the money you're going to be. There's no tree that grows dollars that you can just pluck up when you go to the US.
Because some people tend to have the thinking that the streets are lined with gold or something.
The streets are lined with the school of hard knocks. The streets are lined with the school of hard knocks. You gotta work hard wherever you are. If you're going with a skill, go for it. You're a caterer, whatever you're doing, but maybe you don't need to work. You don't need to, you can go and start
a business,
sewing, braiding, whatever it is. Maybe. But if you live here with your little degree and you've never worked a day in your life, you get a visa and go there, what kind of job do you think you're going to get? I'm not saying you can't be the wonderful needle in a haystack and be miraculous, but there are only so many miracles.
How many miracles will happen?
Everybody can't just go. Some people have gone and made it, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But what are the numbers? When you measure people that are struggling or hiding and those that actually found their feet, what are the numbers? So it's okay to go. I'm not knocking it. I was blessed by it. I'm grateful for the exposure, for everything I got over there. I'm grateful for it. But just go there legally. If you must go. If you must go there legally. People say, oh, because you've gone, that's why. Maybe. I don't know. But I can tell you that if you're not doing well here, if you're lazy in Nigeria, if you're crooked, you can't go there and succeed. They will catch you.
Yes.
They will catch you. So go there right. Go there the right way. But don't curse your land. I don't think you can stay here and curse Nigeria and believe Nigeria will bless you. You cannot. The land that you curse cannot bless you. It's in the Bible.
That you curse
cannot bless you. So Nigeria is horrible. Everybody's a thief. Then whenever you come, you'll be robbed because they power in the word. They power in the tongue. So if you're cursing Nigeria, this place is dead, you will not see anything good in Nigeria. It's common. I mean, it's the law of the universe.
Yes.
I didn't come up with it. It's a fact. So anywhere you curse comes down. I tell the youth, yes, we have unemployment. Yes, things are tough, but don't use your mouth to curse the land. Just say that you will get, but you keep looking.
That's
keep
a good lesson.
Yeah, but you can't curse the land and expect to reap from it. It's not the laws. It won't work.
Wow.
It's in the Bible.
Wow.
You cannot.
Wow.
You can't.
Wow.
So we curse Nigeria a lot, and that's what I've never done. We all know that Nigeria has its problems.
Yeah.
So we don't need to name it all. At least not negatively. Yes, it has its problems, but there's a lot of good parts. Yeah, it's home. You're in your family. You only get one home.
Yeah.
You have one home.
Sure.
So yes, maybe we can't help, build and change Nigeria, but I'm sure in your little corner of Nigeria, you can do something. Your little corner, whether it's your community, your village, your street, you can make an impact. And that's how it starts. That's how we start. But we can't also, Nigeria is useless, that useless place.
Yeah.
It won't bless you.
And the truth really is that everywhere has its own issues. Because I remember talking to a young person and telling them that I'd seen somebody pick food out of the garbage in America. And the person said, no, it's not possible. And I said, but I saw it. And said, hey, even if, until let me go first. And I'm still thinking, seriously? Let me go and do what? And you find out that people go to any length to try to get into those countries. Some people having many passports with different kind of names. They've tried all variants of their names. People even going across the Mediterranean, first go to some African country, from there cross over to Europe, and you wonder, why do you want to take this much risk just because you feel that, there's gold waiting for you over there? Which is why I said, you know what, we need Iruka to come and talk. Mine, I only go and come back, so they will say, you haven't lived there. But this is somebody who's lived there for 28 years and still says, I know that's not home. This is where is home, and has come back. I said, certainly somebody will listen.
I hope so. I mean, anywhere you live, they're good and bad. There are pros and cons everywhere you live.
Yes.
America is a great place, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
If you're comfortable. And for the last 2 years before I came back, I volunteered at a food kitchen every Friday.
Okay.
And who comes to food kitchen? People who are homeless, people who can afford to pay. People, they come there and get food and groceries. Part of my church. They come there for groceries, for food, and sometimes to help them pay their light bill, their utility, the power bill, their gas bill.
Yes.
And they're in America. So not everybody in America is comfortable. I mean, they have poverty level also there.
Yes.
Right? So, I mean, you can go, but have a plan. So, okay, for those of you who can't wait to leave, what is your plan? Like if you're going to do anything, if you're going to travel, have a business, what is your plan? When you get there, what are you going to do? So have that plan before you go. And make sure whoever is talking to you is being honest with you. Because I know people who I know are struggling in the US.
Yes.
They come to Nigeria, they spend so much money in 2 weeks. And so you think that they have all that, and go back. And then go back to, to start again and counting their pennies.
Wow.
People do that. People do that because people expect you when you live abroad to come home and spray money. So live within your means. Tell yourself the truth, is what I tell people. The people come home, and then you can do that, because if I come here and spend 2 weeks, and I spend a couple $1,000 that I've saved for the past 24 months in 2 weeks, I'll look very rich.
Yes.
But it has taken me like 2 years to get that. But I don't tell you that. You think this is how I live every day.
Yes.
So those are the false impressions that make people think that America is so rosy.
Yeah. So it's actually from the false impression that
that's part of
some
it.
Returnees.
That's part of it. That's part of it. When they come in, like for Christmas now, I'm Igbo, so Christmas. We do Christmas big in Igbo land. I mean, we go all out.
Yes.
So if you're coming from the US, you are prepared. You have the outfit. All the events, the house openings, the imankos. You are ready. So that 2 weeks of you're here, you're looking very good. You're spending money, you're living large.
Yes.
And people assume that's how you live every day. But you're on vacation.
Wow.
You're on vacation.
Wow.
So all of us, when you go on vacation, you flex, you sleep in a nice hotel. This is a vacation that person. So people, when we come, we're on vacation, right? So you can see our vacation lifestyle and think this person every day has someone come and go. No.
So your vacation lifestyle is certainly not your everyday lifestyle.
It's not every day because you're going to work, probably working 60 hours a week.
Yes.
A lot of people do that. A lot of people have 2 or 3 jobs in the US.
Wow.
Just to make ends meet. Right? Because one job is not enough to cover all the bills. Get a second job. People have 2 or 3 jobs in the US.
Wow.
All of us know people who are doing that, but they might not tell you the truth. Even those who did hide it. Because I mean, I can't be the only one struggling. But I said, just live your life. Nobody cares how you're making money.
Just be you.
Just be you. Do what works for you and your family. Don't worry about anybody else, right? So for me, relocating worked for me. I'm not going to tell anybody to relocate. It's not for everybody.
Yes.
But it's for you. I mean, I'm telling you that it can be done. If it's for you, if you have this thing to come back home, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. There's a lot of support here. A lot of support here.
Even where people have been deported, they actually fight and struggle to actually remain.
Because they don't have anything here. Because you have cursed here so much. You have said, if I go, I won't come back home. So it's that of shame that you don't want to come back. It's not as if you don't know that you can come back. People come and go and hide. Because you have used your mouth to curse and say, if I go, nobody will see me again. I'll come back with the Rolls Royce, I'll come back with the Benz. And then they're bringing you back in one to the line, bringing you back home. You won't see the leg to stand on. That's why it's not like Nigeria is so bad. But you have used your mouth to curse the land so much, you can't see yourself back here. So I think that's what it is.
I love people like you, proud Nigerians.
Oh yeah.
Really,
Nigeria
really
made
living the Nigerian dream.
But guess what? This Nigerian dream, this proud Nigerian is what made me survive in America. Because I got to America, I knew who I was. I'm somebody. I'm somebody. I'm not a daughter of a slave. I know where I was somebody. So with all the stuff going on, discrimination, and I faced a lot of that being in the South, but I know that I am somebody. That I am from somewhere. So I think it actually helped me survive because we're a slave. I can't take insult to me. I insult people back home. So I knew who I was. I had no self-esteem issue. Nigeria did that for me.
Wow.
That who I am, that my confidence, my confidence in who I am and my abilities was brought in this country. It was this country that taught me who I am, not America. So whatever I do, you have courage. My courage, I had it before I crossed the waters. So Nigeria gave me that wonderful foundation. This country, people are cursing.
Yes.
If you grow up and you know who you are. And my kids are raised in America and they said, look, you are somebody's daughter. Don't go to school and say, we're slave descendants. No, I can tell you where your great grandfather is buried 5 generations back. You are somebody's daughter. You are from somewhere. You have a lineage that is clean clean of slavery. So that's who you are. So when you show up in the world, show up ready. And that's how I raised my kids.
Yeah.
Nigeria gave me that foundation.
I'm talking about your children. I know they're young adults now. So do they want to relocate or they're happy being in America?
No, they're happy coming. I don't think, they were born and raised there.
Yes.
But they've always, because I knew I would come back from when they were little, they were here all the time.
Okay.
So they love Nigeria. They never had any bad experience in Nigeria.
So they always love
very
to come.
comfortable. They always, and they've always known mommy's, because I've said it for years, mommy, please go back. People hurry up and finish school so I can go.
Okay.
So I've always said that. So, but it wasn't a shock when I now said, you know what, I'll be taking this trip in Christmas. I'm not going back with you people. It wasn't a shock.
Yes.
So they love Nigeria and they have never had any bad experience. They always look forward to coming. They plan to come. Again, we don't curse the country, so the country has blessed us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I just believe in power of words. I watch what I say.
Wow. Thank you so much, Reeducating. In this very few minutes, I've taken out so much, the power of words, what you say about your country, and just having your dream and sticking to your dream and knowing who you are and what you want. Wow, very powerful. Few minutes that we've spent. Before you go off, we have something that we do on the Now Show, which we call the last word. Something you want to leave our viewers with. To remember this conversation by. It might be somebody who is planning to go or somebody who is planning to relocate or something that you just want to leave our viewers with. Last one, Reeducating.
So the reason most people are thinking I want to go is because they lack hope, right? So you have to believe in something. You have to believe that even if you're here today, it can get better. You just have to believe in something. With that hopelessness that makes us say horrible things about ourselves or about our situation, right? So as long as you have some hope that these things will get better. And if you're in Nigeria, it go better. It go better is a prophecy It's a testimony, it's everything. It go better if only if you believe that it will. And I believe in the word. The book says, eyes have not seen what he has stored for those who believe in him. Again, believe, hope, the future. You have to believe that it'll be better. And once you do, I promise you, it might take time, it will get better. Promise you. Never fails.
Wow.
Never fails.
You heard it all from Eruka. It will be better if you believe it will be.
Yeah,
and surely it will be. So, until we come your way again on the Now Show, this is your regular host, Abosede Oza Osho, signing off with my guest, Eruka Indubizuma.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much again.
Thank you for letting me share.